Now we're going to discuss your profile. So specifically the core profile elements. So we're going to talk about why profile matters, all the different elements like profile picture and banner. And we're going to show you how you're going to optimize it to maximize your reachability, your likability, and your authority. So let's talk about why profile matters first. So you can have the best content in the world, but if you can't convince people why they should follow you, you're not going to get people to follow you. So you imagine you saw someone post an absolutely amazing thread. So you go to their profile because you want to see what they're all about, and it's just an anonymous profile picture, no bio, a banner from Google, and nothing that tells you what they actually do. Are you going to follow them? No, you're not. Now let's switch it. So imagine if you saw the exact same person post that thread, went to their profile, and it tells you exactly what they do, what they're about, and how they can help you. Of course you're going to follow them. So this is the importance of having a profile that actually seals the deal. Your content is the bait, your profile is the catch. Now let's talk about the elements. So number one, profile picture. Your profile picture is the main thing people see when they scroll down the timeline. So if your profile picture doesn't stand out or differentiate you in any other way, then you're going to fit in with the rest of the accounts. Banner. Banner is actually more important than people think. It's your profile's outfit. So if you have a nice looking profile picture but a crappy looking banner, it can put some people off. So it's best to have a match with the aesthetic of your overall profile. Bio. Bio is the most important thing on your profile aside from your content. So it ultimately should tell people what to do and then offer any links to your outside services or your products. Without a good bio, people are not going to have a clue what you do. All right, so let's talk about profile picture first. So it matters more than you think. It's not just a picture, it's a brand. It's what you represent. Hence why I've not changed my profile picture. My profile picture is me when I was 18 or 19. It's like 5 years old, but I've not changed it because I don't want people to not associate that picture with me. So that's just my brand. If I change that now, it's going to be something like Apple changing their logo to an orange or something. Anyway, the more powerful an image, the more powerful the brand seems. So better images equals better authority. Now, although there are cases where accounts with weird profile pictures with absolutely no correlation to the brand do make a ton of money. So it is the internet after all. So you're not going to have like a potato or an egg profile picture, or I don't even know what the last one is. But you're not going to have something like that. You actually want something, if you go in anonymous, which we'll discuss in a sec, you don't want something weird like the potato. Okay, so what should the ideal picture be? So you want to make it stand out. You want to use colors that pop, iconic people, powerful hero images. Don't just be boring and let it blend in. You want to make it something trigger people into associating it with you. So if it represents you, if people associate a bad profile picture with you, they're less likely to follow. So let's discuss some of these. Look at the first four. That kind of looks like the Windows logo. The purple, the red, the yellow, the green, they stand out. And if you can get it to stand out, then people are going to associate that sort of color with you. The middle ones, these are for anonymous people. If you don't want to go and put your face on X, then you can use anonymous. So Einstein, James Dean, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Tony Montana. So you want to use these powerful hero images, especially if you're going to be anonymous. And then on the right are actual people. So we've got Joey, we've got Oliver, we've got David Mendes, Dan Go. These are the same as the middle pictures, but obviously they're real people. You can see on Joey's how it's purple. People associate purple with Joey. See, Oliver is just a massive picture of him looking jacked. You know, Dan Go, it's a picture of him behind some greenery. So people can easily identify these profile pictures and be, okay, I know that's this person, etc., etc. Now, anonymous or not, so it really doesn't matter. So as long as you make either choice unique, rememberable, and associate them with you, then you're in the clear. But do take into account that the fact that the personal brands are meant to be around a person. So if you value privacy, that's completely fine. But if you don't want to put your face out there over fear of being judged or something, just bypass that and put your face out there. The only time I say anonymous is better is if you just want privacy and if you value privacy. Although I have seen cases where accounts who don't use real pictures of themselves or are anonymous, it's been a decider in trust. So people will be like, why would I do business with someone who I've never seen before? They're just using an anonymous picture of some random person. So take that into consideration. It doesn't matter too much, but I have seen it. So what should you choose? Ideally, overall, you want to choose a hero image of you or your iconic person. So in the top left, the bottom left, and the bottom middle, we've got iconic characters. In the top right, top middle, and the bottom right, they're real people. They're me, they're Dan, and they're John. So ideally, you want to use a hero image of you or the character that you choose. Otherwise, you can just use a logo or a character. So we've got Seek Mastery, we've got Atlas, we've got Path to Manliness, Ego, we've got Saswiz, and then we've got Positive Cult. These guys are just icons or logos, but they still, I'll use Atlas and Ego because Atlas and Ego are the bottom left and the top middle. So I got confused about my left and my right. But you want to use powerful hero icons or logos that people can remember, like the lion or the guy with like the maze in his head. It's memorable, and people on the color scheme as well, black and white or white and gold. I think Atlas is now black and gold, but it's memorable. Okay, let's talk about banner. So banner also matters more than you think. So your banner is the biggest asset on your profile. You want to think of it as your profile's outfit. The first thing people see is your banner, and then this becomes your first impression. So look at mine. You come to my profiles, you see my profile picture, and then you see, oh, okay, so he's developing authority through personal branding. And then it's got the Death of Outbound. I wonder what that means. So we know what he does, and we've got this interesting Death of Outbound thing. What is that? So that's the first impression. So especially if you come to my profile and you're someone who wants to increase their authority and you want to build your personal brand, then you're going to hit follow. So what should you put on it? Your banner should tell people who you are and what you do. Iconic images and niche conveying text. So that's the perfect banner. Don't be like others and use random images from Google. Ultimately, it's going to decide if people click follow or not. So use a short sentence, use a few words to show people who you are. Include your sub niches, your account name, or your profile picture. You can do that if you want, you don't have to, but you can. Try to match the background image with your profile's aesthetic. I use black and white in the forest, the banner's forest image, to match my black and white profile picture. I also have my name and sub niches. That was my old banner where I had my sub niches. Now I've just got my niche because it shows people who I am. But we've got Charles, black and red, it matches. Don't pay $100 for a marketing course, join Copyblogger Academy and get 9 courses for the same price. So you can tell he does something about copy or copywriting. So we're going to be, oh, what's Copyblogger? And it's interesting. Let's look at some examples. So ultimately, it's going to take people a few seconds to decide if you're good enough for a follow. So you want to tell the viewer what you do and who you are using niche conveying words and imagery. Don't think too hard about it. Just get a cool background, a nice image of you or your profile picture, and a sentence or two telling people who you are and what you do. So what if we're a fitness account? So the background image could be a picture of you in the gym, or anyone in the gym, or just a gym in general. The main image could be a hero image of you. So remember we went back to the Oliver one, the guy who's jacked, could use that. And then the main text could be your name or the skill that you offer. The subtext could just be the sub niches. Very simple. Relationship account could be background image of you talking to girls. Main image, hero image of you. Main text, what you can do for people. And then subtext, some sort of social proof sentence like helping guys get girls since 2015, something like that. So you want to keep your profile clean too. There's nothing worse than going to someone's profile and looking through and seeing tweets and retweets, and it's just a bomb site. There's random retweets from 6 months ago. There's 15 other creators' tweets on there. There's tweets from yesterday showing today. You want to keep your profile nice and clean. Unretweet everything after 24 hours. Tweet Hunter, which is a scheduling tool, that has an option for this. Or you can manually do it. But trust me, you just want to keep your profile timeline clean, or people will 100% get clicked off. Or people will 100% click off because they get confused, and you then risk losing that follow or risk losing potential clients. And the last thing I want to talk about is pinned tweet. So your pinned tweet has 1 or 2 jobs. Either get clients or get followers. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. To get clients, you pin an authority-based content like we talked about in the content module. To get followers, you pin any growth or story-based content that we talked about. Ideally, you want to pin a long form or a thread. Single tweets are fine, but you ideally want people to dig deeper and then have them hit with a CTA at the end of the long form or the thread that encourages following you or checking what you offer. Your pinned tweet is just another funnel that you can use to gain. So make sure that you've got one.